Donald Trump is a major deal maker, and he has made his money mainly from Manhattan real estate.
People called you the real Tony Stark.
The richest man in the world.
He loves it. He loves drama. He loves being the epic hero.
Who does that sound like?
I don't know. Who's it sound like?
It sounds like a guy who lives at the White House.
Trump, 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 Trump. His name is his power.
One-of-a-kind genius who'd save humanity.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. If you were a celebrity, everything is possible.
The world is waiting for you to be president.
The guy's a marketing genius.
Well, he's a legitimate super genius. Legitimate.
So I was, bullied quite a lot. Very violent place. I got punched in the face many times.
I do know that you were bullied at school and had a
I was
difficult...
almost beaten to death, if you call that bullied.
When he got beaten up at school once and so bloodied he had to go to the hospital.
He was shy and awkward at school. Elon didn't have many friends.
He had no friends at all. He was somebody who was socially awkward, and I mean that in
socially awkward, weird, a little different. That when he was a kid, he hated going to school because the other kids liked to follow him home and they would throw soda cans at his head.
Were you ever bullied?
No, I wasn't. But I have seen bullying. You got to get over it.
And bullying is when you seek to harm somebody, you seek to intimidate, coerce, cause distress, fear, risk to their well-being.
Visceral response to attack people on their appearance. Short, tall, fat, ugly.
You use words like animal and rabbit to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying
a bunch of losers. They're losers, they're babies. What a group of losers we have. They're very stupid and little respected. China-loving club for no growth. Ron has always been a loser.
Well, Rosie's a loser. She's always been a loser.
We have losers. We have losers.
Them for years. They're losers. They're just losers.
You're not going to be able to insult your way to the presidency.
He wants to be a tough guy. He wants to be a tough guy
It was to tear property from an elderly woman.
Let me talk. Quiet. Probably are worse than Jeb Bush. He was the single biggest nasty guy. Now I know why he doesn't have one endorsement. He's a nasty guy.
That was a very nasty question from a great American.
Okay, it's very simple to answer.
That's why I asked it.
It's very simple to, you're a nasty person, I'll tell you.
I think it's a very nasty question.
Women are being nasty to him. Trump loves using that term to describe women, not men. So
Trump had threatened to go once again to become a third-party candidate. And all the other candidates seem to be intimidated by him, but I'm not. He's a bully.
Bing, boom, boom.
Donald Trump's not going to change. He's not going to stop being a bully. He's not going to
President of the United States lies all the time, is a bully, picks on people.
Well, now, wait a minute. Come on. Isn't Trump a bully?
Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face.
Is that bullying? Well, not really. It's ugly, but with the First Amendment.
But Mr. Trump, you're not a nice person.
We don't need nice.
That's true. We need toughness. We need a toughness. We need strength. We're not respected as an
He got it done. He got it done by bullying his way through.
Trump's behavior of bullying and of putting people down is a sign of strength. That is not what real strength is. It never has been.
So, Elon, what kind of crazy dream would persuade you to think of trying to take on the auto industry and build an all-electric car?
Well, it goes back to when I was in university. When I was in college, there were sort of 3 areas that, when I was in college, I thought about what are the problems that are most likely to affect the future of the world. And the 3 areas were the internet, sustainable energy, both production and consumption, energy economy, and the third was the extension of life beyond Earth, becoming multi-planetary. That sort of overall sustainable energy problem is the biggest problem that we have to solve this century. Electric vehicle technology, energy storage technology, there'll be some sort of natural progression.
To have solar and wind be effective as a supply source is if you have an electric car, because we don't use oil to generate electricity in this country.
This is the first all-electric sports car made by Tesla Motors.
He was an early investor in Tesla Motor and now leads the company.
How are things going at Tesla Motors?
Oh, they're going really well. Sure. I think there will be no gas stations. People will all have electric cars.
It will catalyze change, even beyond the company level or the
industry level.
In fact, the goal of Tesla has always been to make mass-market electric cars, even from the beginning. The goal of Tesla Motors is to help accelerate the advent of the electric vehicle, the advent of electric vehicles.
On day one, I will terminate Crooked Joe's ridiculous electric vehicle mandate. And I will end the electric vehicle mandate on day one.
He wants electric vehicle mandates that will spell...
Here's the problem with an electric car. They don't go far, very simple.
I don't run a car company, but all electric is not going to work. It's wonderful to have it as a...
Electric cars will kill more than half of U.S. auto jobs and decimate store to buy clothing, or if you want to do something locally, it's fine. But these cars don't go very far.
What I'm going to talk about today is just, in general terms, what is needed to address the climate crisis. But it is, I think, the thing that will have the biggest negative effect on humanity if we do not address it. The fundamental problem is the rules today incent people to create carbon. And this is madness. We're going to see significant rises in temperature and sea level. We could see anywhere from 5 to 10%, maybe more, of the land mass absorbed by water. The vast majority of scientists, like 97 or 98%, basically everyone who doesn't have a vested interest or isn't crazy, thinks this is a real serious issue.
President Trump believes climate change is a hoax.
Obama's talking about all of this with the global warming and that, and a lot of it's a hoax. It's a hoax. I mean, it's a money-making industry, okay? It's a hoax.
I wish you could go to Greenland. Watch these huge chunks of ice just falling into the ocean, raising the sea levels.
And you don't know whether or not that would have happened with or without man? You don't know?
Well, you're scientists at NOAA
we have
and NASA.
scientists that disagree with that.
If we ignore that science and sort of put our head in the sand and think it's all about vegetation management, we're not going to succeed together protecting Californians.
Okay. It'll start getting cooler. You just watch.
I've used the meetings I've had thus far to argue in favor of immigration and in favor of climate change. But for example, this is not the case at Tesla. At Tesla, we're about a quarter of our engineering team is from outside the U.S. There's so many talented people all around the world that we would love to have work at our company, but unless they can somehow get a green card, we can't. We're legally prevented from hiring anyone. And I think this is not a wise policy for the U.S. because
in fact, when they did fund us, they realized that we were illegal immigrants.
Well,
yes, we were.
I'd say it's a gray area.
Yeah, yes, we were. We were illegal immigrants.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating...
Probably at least partially won an election because of immigration.
The system fails Americans. Chain migration is a total disaster. Illegal immigrants with criminal records, ordered deported from our country, are tonight roaming free.
Are expecting to stay here.
Get ready to leave, especially quickly if they're criminals. Get ready to leave because you're going to be going out.
We're going to have a wall. Remember that. We're going to have a wall.
President Donald Trump endorsed their proposed legislation that would cut legal immigration to the United States in half.
This legislation demonstrates our compassion for struggling American families.
And you have 5 children.
Dude, they're awesome. Kids are awesome, by the way. You guys should all have kids. Kids are great.
I know you've been doing your part to maintain the birth rate in the U.S.
Yes.
Elon Musk has welcomed his 12th child.
How many kids do you have now?
I have 12. But people just don't understand, nothing will make you happier than having kids.
The most important thing is having a great family. The family is more important.
We have a great time as a family. And, I'd say the one thing that my father and mother did a great job.
I have a wonderful family, and it's been very important to me. I think it's
started when Donald began cheating on his wife, Ivana Trump, with aspiring actress.
Reputation of Donald Trump, the man who dates a different woman every year.
I do have a lot of kids, and I encourage others to have lots of kids.
How much do you see them?
I don't see them enough, actually.
All 5 were born as biological males. However, one of the twins has recently come out as transgender.
Through all of his relationships with women throughout his life, with one wife after another, there is an inability to reach any recognizable level of intimacy.
And not only did she change her name to Vivian, she also changed her last name to Wilson, because she no longer wants to be associated with her father.
Turns out that Elon's father and May's husband, Elon Musk, was incredibly abusive and somewhat of a garbage individual.
And of course, May Musk says to me, his mother, said the danger for Elon is that he becomes his father.
Now, Musk's daughter, who changed her gender to female and her name to Vivian.
This is before I had really any understanding of what was going on. And we had COVID going on, and so there was a lot of confusion.
Elon Musk might have coronavirus, or he might not. And he tweeted about it, of course, because that's what he does. He says something extremely bogus is going on, was tested for
Elon Musk is spreading dangerous disinformation. Then you went on to break down the numbers.
Has blamed neo-Marxists for the estrangement between him and his daughter.
Tweeting, the coronavirus panic is done.
We're going on 6 weeks of lockdown, and it's clearly starting to wear on some people's nerves.
The other day, Elon Musk said his 20-year-old son is, quote, dead.
So my son Xavier is dead. Killed by the woke mind virus.
Right now, Elon Musk is buying Twitter for an estimated $44 billion.
The 4,000 fired in one fell swoop.
Finding out by email that they no longer have a job.
So 80% left?
Yes.
What has happened to Twitter, now called X?
Border security, vaccine doubts, pronoun jokes.
Internally valued at less than half what Musk paid for it.
Elon Musk has come out as an unhinged Trump supporter. Have you seen him kind of going around tweeting things and supporting Trump?
And then an assassination attempt on Donald Trump. After this, you tweeted that you endorse him.
He endorsed me full-throated. I respect Elon a lot. He respects me.
Now, what has happened with Elon Musk is really a fascinating transformation of this man.
The things he said about the lockdown and tyranny and all that, at first I was like,
People, you and I are both like in that little group of people who are called conservative, who haven't really changed.
Now, for the past few months, Musk has been talking up the prospect of civil war in Europe as an apparently inevitable consequence of liberal immigration policy.
His influence in the process, making him the biggest promoter of anti-immigrant conspiracies on X.
Claiming the media was, quote, misrepresenting the real situation.
Really changed. I don't think of you as a conservative.
I'm definitely, yeah, like, President Trump is the only one who can save democracy.
I would rather have the world's richest man influencing the election in a positive way than that's running it right now.
Fight.
Match of the summer, Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg planning to duke it out in a cage match.
Elon Musk is still fighting the good fight, as usual.
Go yourself. Is that clear?
Well, look, I'm not going to waste all the time I'm in. I'm going to talk about his running mate. His running mate, Elon Musk.
And he brought Elon Musk out onto the stage in one of the cringiest political moments I have ever covered.
He's got a little problem. He's got stage fright.
Come on up here, Elon. American car company in generations, and his rocket company is the only reason we can now send American astronauts into space. Take over, Elon. Yes, take over.
I'm Gothic MAGA.
Elon's on that stage, jumping around, skipping like on these things. You know it.
USA.
Donald Trump held a rally at Madison Square Garden that attacked Puerto Ricans, blacks, Jews, women, Asians, Samoans, immigrants, and...
Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible.
Do it. Do it. Look at me.
Trump is a loser. He lost elections. He has lost 2, almost 3 wives.
It's gonna be amazing!
Billionaire Elon Musk's $1 million giveaway to voters in swing states. To qualify, you've got to sign a petition.
And potentially illegal scheme that Elon Musk is running.
Philadelphia District Attorney is suing Elon Musk and his PAC in an effort to
Meanwhile, Elon Musk was a no-show in court today after the Philadelphia District Attorney.
Can we admit that Trump was funny?
He's like a comedian, man. He says funny shit.
Funny, sarcastic, tough.
If you don't have humor, you won't even survive.
He does.
Funny off the cuff.
Oh, if he loses, man, what?
If he loses, how long do you think my prison sentence is going to be? Do you think?